definitely worth the 62 bucks.
Way above expectations.
Good morning, guys, from Boston. Is that right? No, that's completely wrong.
Sorry to everyone that we're even
Trying to do this.
Why are we in Boston? Well, we're just making a random video here because we had to fly into Boston to actually get to New York. The flights to New York that we wanted weren't available, so instead we flew to Boston. We decided why not spend a day here and then take the train to New York tonight. So we're taking the Amtrak.
Amtrak, I'm telling you.
4 hours, which is terrifying. I hope there's no delays. At least the weather is good. No thunderstorms yet.
So the main point of this video will be to show you the ride on Amtrak because I think it's very interesting for people outside of the US to see what the very interesting state of US train travel is like. So we'll have a little review of that later, but first we'll show you our, I guess it'll be like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours in Boston. So we're staying over on the Cambridge side, which is where MIT and Harvard are. And we're actually meeting up with one of our friends from university who we haven't seen in a really long time, and she lives here in Cambridge, actually. We're meeting her for lunch, but so the first thing that we're doing to cross over to the, I guess, real Bostonian side is walking over the Longfellow Bridge. And also, if you're just here for the train content, feel free to skip ahead to that part. We have all the chapters lined up in the description. Just click ahead to that part if you're not interested in seeing Boston.
But if you are one of our loyal viewers, welcome back. If you've never seen us before, we're Oscar and Dan. We've traveled to 100 countries, and now we're in Boston.
Great intro. Does anyone else feel that these buttons to cross the street are just like a big scam? Like it always takes just as long for it to switch to green anyway.
So since we're in the US, we decided to try out a very local, well-known coffee brand, have some drinks. It's called Starbucks. This drink it's a bit too sweet, but I think that's what you'd expect from an American coffee chain. But it's fun to try something local, you know?
Our friends.
So my dad is as big a freak about history as I am about aviation, maybe even more. So he was like, "Dan, if you just do me one favor in this life, please go see the Robert Gould Memorial in Boston." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do that for you."
Now we're here by the hall of this name. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it because I feel like I'm going to butcher it however hard I try. Faneuil. I don't even know what language that would be in. Doesn't sound like French, doesn't sound like Dutch. But attached to it, or sort of attached to it, right next door is Quincy Market, which I remember going to last time I was in Boston. But yeah, both of these halls are very historic. Boston being one of the most important cities throughout the American Revolution and independence from the British. So a lot of speeches to promote independence took place inside of these halls. So pretty important places.
Since we'd already been to Boston before, this stay didn't require a whole lot of planning. But still, trying to find a decently priced hotel turned out to be quite the challenge in the middle of summer. If only there was someone or something that could help us. Oh wait, there is magic. No, not that kind of magic. This magic. Magic is a personal AI travel assistant who can help you with planning your trip, finding the best places to stay, and answering all your travel related questions. Before I even show you how it works, let me just start by saying that Magic is completely free. There are no paid plans for full access, and they don't even charge fees for booking hotels. So let's say that we wanted Magic to plan our layover for us. We can customize everything from budget level to dietary preferences, and if we're more interested in culture, history, nature, or other things. And here guys, we get a fully customized itinerary with specific restaurants, sites, and even travel times. Gotta admit, this looks a little bit better than what we managed to come up with ourselves. We are definitely using magic to plan our next trip, and there's honestly no reason that you shouldn't too. Follow the link at the top of the description or in the pinned comment and try magic for yourself. And again, like I said, it's completely free of charge. Now, let's head back to Boston.
And I don't think we said it yet, but we've both been to Boston before, just never together. So
Yeah, I was here 2013, Oskar was here 2014.
That's right.
And he was an exchange student in the US. It's 10 years later.
wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like 10 years is now just like a chunk of your life. It's not even the majority of your life. I mean, that sounds self-explanatory. It's just so crazy to think about that. I don't think I've ever really talked about it here in one of our videos, but after 9th grade, I was just so done with where I was living, where I grew up. I spent the first 16 years of my life basically in the same place. It was a very homogenous little town in Sweden, and I just really wanted to get away. So my biggest wish was to go to the US as an exchange student. So that's what I did. I spent it in the suburbs of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So it was really my first taste of the outside world and being away from home and learning to stand on my own 2 feet and all that kind of stuff. So it was really a transformational and very monumental experience, and really where I sort of see my life changing or my life taking a new form. And I'm just so grateful for it because I'm a completely different person. My life is on a completely different trajectory because of that. And we wouldn't be here together now if it weren't because of that.
All right, we're taking a walk through the famous Boston Garden. It's beautiful. It's so hot. Earlier today, we were like, it's not hot. This is fine. But obviously, when you're touristing around, it feels very hot. We're on our way to have lunch with a friend from university. We'll walk around the city a little bit, and then we'll go catch our train.
Anggun is one of the most inspirational people we know. Originally from a small city in Indonesia, she worked hard to go to school and eventually make it to university in the US where we met. After securing a coveted job in Boston, she recently bought her mom a house in Indonesia and brought her out of a very precarious family situation.
So we had lunch, now we're just walking along Newbury Street with our friend Anggun from Indonesia. We'll introduce you to her because she's amazing. This is a really cool street. It's just a bunch of brownstones that are all converted into shops basically. So you have all these stores, but it's kind of masked because it just looks like a residential neighborhood. It's a really cool, nice vibe.
Anggun is such an inspiration to all of us that anything is possible and a constant reminder to be grateful for the fortunes we've been awarded in life.
We made it to MIT.
Yeah, we were admitted.
We were admitted. Fast track thanks to Anggun. This is Anggun, and she is an amazing person. It was amazing to meet up with her again.
Thank you.
No, you say that again. Say it again.
They
Say it again. Say it
are
again.
amazing, as you all know it.
We forced her to say that.
Yeah, so
She's a paid actress. But now, of course, we spent way too much time with her, so we had to hop in an Uber and quickly get over to the station to catch our train. We have like no margins today. Wouldn't it be so funny, since the whole point of this video was to take a train, we missed the train? This elevator is definitely a vibe subject to video surveillance.
That's good, because otherwise I would be sketched out in here.
That's true. Feels very like military American movie realness.
We're used to from New York, like their train stations are huge. I don't feel like trains are as much of a thing anywhere else in the US. So it was like 30 seconds from the Uber to the track.
I feel like it's kind of become a meme how bad Amtrak is, especially for like Europeans. It's such a joke for some reason. We've taken Amtrak and trains in general in the US before, but never this long. I think today's trip's gonna be 4 hours. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I actually really don't know what to expect. I don't know that it varies a lot from train to train as well. And I mean, we've taken trains in every type of country, from the best types of high-speed bullet trains in Japan and China to overnight old Soviet trains in Uzbekistan. So we've seen most of the things that are possible under the sun in terms of train travel.
Okay, welcome to our 4-hour, $62 train only from Boston to New York Penn Station. Look at these beautiful spacious seats we have. So much better than I expected so far. We have some nice, actually these are lights, but we have some nice AC, power ports, everything we need.
The overhead shelves are so spacious. We didn't know if there was going to be space for our bags, but there's plenty of space. Oh wow. Falls out a long way forward. My first impression is honestly that it's so much cleaner than I thought. I think once we took an Amtrak train in California and the train was quite literally falling apart. It was rusty, it was so old, and it really felt like every seat was just like breaking apart. But this is quite nice. I mean, the interior is inspiring. It's very gray, and the windows could definitely use a cleaning. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty hygienic, honestly. Okay, just want to show a little bit more of the seat. Some more details that Dan skipped over. We have our little seat bag pocket here. Not too much room, but enough for a computer and maybe a little food. We have a very clunky, extremely clunky tray table. How far back does this go? This is definitely for the thinnest people in the world. It's like from 2 centuries ago. And we can actually recline our seats. I don't know how much I dare to do it, but you can. Alright, a quick little bathroom visit and tour. Not going to include the visit, however, I will include the tour. It's honestly very, very spacious. Much more spacious than average, I feel, on trains. This is in a very awkward spot though, the toilet, because, I mean, if you want to stand up, but they do have the seat covers. Flush is up here. Then we got the sink, probably the smallest part of this entire bathroom. We have one of these high pressure, like hand dryers. That's really nice. Really, really large mirror, which is well lit. Very cool. We have this bar so you can hold on to it while you're doing the deed. Trash can. There is soap. You can't take that for granted. And I love that this is lit up when the door is locked, so that you know you won't have any unexpected surprises. And they even have coat hangers here. 2 of them, way above expectations. Good Amtrak. And by the way, the toilet paper is down here, under the sink, so don't miss that.
We just realized today was our first time together in Massachusetts and now Rhode Island. Although, I mean, we definitely don't count just transiting a place in a plane, but does it count on a train? We're technically touching the ground, but we haven't really been to Rhode Island. I don't know, but we're in and out.
This is definitely no Shinkansen when it comes to speed. But we're slowly making our way down to New York, and we're now in Connecticut. It's so fun to just pass by all these tiny little American towns that no one really talks about or hears about or ever goes to. Yeah, it's just interesting to observe them. New London looks very cute. Very, very cute.
Getting onto this train, we had such low expectations based on our prior experiences in the US. We're shocked by the power ports, the amount of space. Definitely worth the $62.
Everything is complete chaos here in our seat. We have the computer charger plugged in. We got the power bank here. We got these cords, headphones. Those cords go away.
At this time, our cafe cart is temporarily closed.
Alright, bye-bye.
Alright, time for the subway. We are exhausted. It's 8 p.m., 45 minutes late. Not as bad as I was expecting with Amtrak.
But 8 p.m. means what time for us?
8 p.m., 2 a.m.
2 a.m.?
We also get to arrive in the new Penn station, which is really beautiful. I can't believe we've never vlogged in New York before, given how much time we spent here. But now we're on familiar turf. No more Google Maps.
Okay guys, we just have a quick little heads up for you.
Heads up.
Over the past few months, we've honestly started feeling a bit robotic, almost like we're operating on autopilot and there's no real mental space for creative thinking. After the race to finish 100 countries last year, which really took a toll on us, and then continuing to make YouTube videos and then Instagram content for both this channel and Nonstop Dan, we're kind of in need of a break.
I've been making YouTube videos on my channel Nonstop Dan since I was 12. That's 14 years ago, and I've never had a month where I just haven't logged on once or thought about it once. Of course, I'm gonna think about it like creatively, but this will be the first time since I started YouTube that I will get a break. So basically the plan is we're gonna take August off and then come back in September, bam, with some very interesting new videos, and we'll see what ideas we'll have to up our game.
Yeah, because not only do we think this is very important for our mental health, but also we hope to clear up some mental space for some new creative thinking and new ideas that we haven't thought about before. In the meantime, if you miss us, you can always go and check out one of these two playlists or any old videos on our channel.
So thank you guys for your love as always. We can't wait to see you again in September. Until then, kisses, hugs, and see you
around the world.